Well, hello. My name is Andrea Mosby Jones, and I just wanted to take a minute and just talk about the opportunity that God presented me over 30 years ago to meet Preston and Sandy and to be able to study the Bible, ultimately with Sandy. I first met Elisa Roy and Anita Cunningham. They saw me downtown. We were just hanging out on the 16th Street Mall, and it was three of us, myself, my sister, and actually my supervisor at lunchtime. And they said, which one of those do you think might be open? And then they pointed to me. And so they came up and they met me and they asked me if I wanted to study the Bible. And to be honest with you, I was blown away that people would take the time to come to your home and study the Bible with you. But they did, and we started our studies. And the interesting thing is at that time, Lisa was pregnant, and I can't remember what happened to Anita, but Sandy jumped in the studies, and another friend of mine named Katie Young. Now, Preston might cut this part out, but what was interesting is, I had my issues with studying with a white girl, right? Because I'm like, what can you teach me, right? But Sandy came in and she was just Sandy, right? And then the other thing, what was interesting, I'm kind of backing up a little bit, but before I started studying with Sandy, I would go to church because they invited me to church, and Preston was preaching. And I'm like, Lord, really? So I got to listen to this white boy preach, right? But the one thing that I couldn't do is I couldn't fight the truth of the word. And every time I came and I heard Preston preach, it was just the word. And one of the things that the Lord showed me is that that's what you need to get, the word of God. So as we proceeded, and then I was studying the word with Sandy. I'm jumping around a little bit, but we all became the very best of friends. And I remember when I was about to get baptized, Sandy and I kept going back and forth. I said, okay, I think I'm ready. And Sandy said, oh, I don't think you're quite ready yet, Andrea. We need to go over this, and that. So we go over this, and that. And then she said, okay, I think you're ready. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm ready. I think I still need to go over this, and that. But we finally came to an understanding. And I not only became ready, but I was baptized. And I believe it was in July of 1988, I believe, that I was baptized into Christ. And it wasn't, just the beauty that God brought me in giving me an opportunity to study out the word and all these years to have an incredible relationship with them. Because one of the things I will tell you that was really powerful about studying the word and being under their particular leadership, I learned incredible foundational principles. Like I learned how to study the word. I learned how to have quiet times. I learned how to make the word come to life. I learned how to put the word into my heart. And all these years later, it's done nothing but make me stronger and better. So I love Preston and Sandy. I'm grateful for their friendship over the years. And I am so grateful that God allowed me to be his daughter, not only back then, but especially today. So anyway, that's a little something, and hopefully I'll get to meet all of you all one day, but continue to enjoy the Word of God. Be blessed. Bye.